haven't come on here and done a my face video in a long time because I don't want the collective focused here. I want the collective focused on the message. And I've been seeing some things in the tarot community that have grossed me out to the point that I can taste the bile in the back of my throat building, and I don't even have a gallbladder. This morning, when I logged into YouTube just to kind of see what was going on, one of my subscriptions, I'm not going to mention any names, but he, within the last year, got a copy of a Bible translation that uses a lot of Hebrew words, and he reads from that Bible the beginning of almost every single reading. It's become performative and entertaining, and it's completely missing the point. Words like Yahweh and Yeshua have been mispronounced to the point that it's, when he says it, it sounds like nails on a chalkboard to me. And I can't even watch his videos anymore. And there was something that Wes said about a year ago. He started complaining, and if you don't know Wes, he's Galactic Lion 144. Actually, since his car accident in January, I think he's changed his YouTube handle to One Galactic Lion 44 or something like that. One Galactic 44 Lion, something like that. But anyway, he I am not for entertainment is something that he says all the time. I'm not for entertainment because he's the galactic rebel. He's entertaining in his own right, but he's a truth seeker and a truth teller, and he will always tell his truth. Anyway, I've been noticing a trend now, and I do use a lot of scripture in my posts because I'm trying to, I'm not trying, I've done it, unpack the whole premise behind spirituality and how it actually fits into the real world. And if you saw any of my posts from yesterday, the Bible and its symbology, quantum mechanics, and science in general show proof of God's existence, and you can't separate science from religion. And after reading those posts that I made yesterday, and you can either check them out on Facebook or YouTube, after, and it'll be both on both. My page is Enlightened Heart Soul Connection, and my YouTube channel is the same, no matter where you're watching this video. It absolutely fucking grosses me out when they start taking scripture and mispronouncing words, because one, the Hebrew language, every single letter in the Hebrew language has its own meaning. It has its own numerology. It has its own meaning, every letter. And then you put those letters together and it becomes alchemy. It becomes an incantation through the spoken word. Like when you say Yahweh, that's the tetragrammaton. You know, it's breath work, it's spellcraft. And when it's disrespected by being pronounced wrong, it just absolutely rubs me the wrong way. And then you're using it as a performative type, like an entertainment service. It becomes a fucking evangelical prophecy, an evangelical performance, a sermon performance, and then you're blending it with tarot, and people are falling for it. And you're doing the community a great disservice. I never thought that I would be the person that would get on here and bitch about other people. But it's fucked up and it needs to stop. Tarot. Right? Tarot is the journey of the soul. It's the evolution of consciousness in people's lives. And yeah, we throw the cards out on the table and we create a story. We create that story. It's almost like an Aesop fable. You resonate with it, and then you take the advice and you go off, you make yourself better, and then you move on to the next one. We manifest through the stories that we tell ourselves. So if you're listening to one of my readings, if one of my readings catches your attention and you happen to listen with your ears, let those who have ears hear, those who have eyes to see, you take the advice, which usually is wrapped up in each card that I pull. There's some little bit of advice, and at the end of every reading, and this is most tarot readers, at the end of every reading, we usually summarize the whole reading, and we give you what we feel like is the best advice for you at the time if you're going through this situation. And if you're a good reader, you're not making up bullshit. You're taking the cards on the table and you're relating them to your own personal experience, and then you're able to unpack what worked for you, and hopefully somebody takes that advice and changes their own life. Tarot is not a space for performative religious entertainment. In fact, I would appreciate if we keep that bullshit inside the churches for the people that need it at the time. And we should never be blending tarot in that way, because it deflects from the actual purpose of the tarot and the oracle cards. I've seen so many readers that have beautiful gift of sight and ability to tap into the quantum field and read that energy, that have stepped off their path into something gross and icky. Use your discernment. This is a lesson in using your discernment. Listen to your body. If you're listening to someone, and that someone could even be me, and you get through the message and it doesn't sit right with you for whatever reason, walk away. 8 of Cups. Walk the fuck away. Use your discernment. I may be entertaining. I'm a Blu-ray. I came down here to disrupt things. I'm only just now starting to find my voice. I recognize most patterns before the patterns even emerge, because not only am I the pattern master, but I'm the pattern. And so are all of you. So use your discernment through your awakenings, because some people out there have been blinded or veiled by false light, and they need to get back on their path. The twin flame journey is not bullshit, but the twin flame journey changes when you realize that everyone has the potential to be a twin, because we are all one. I am you, and you are me, and we are the all. Alright, that's all I got for you this morning. I love you guys. Have a good weekend. Today's Friday. Hopefully it's not raining where you are. I'll catch you on the next one.